Hey, what's going on? Tragick back once again. Um, First of all, I live with a midget, I believe. So let me fix my chair. Ah, there we go. Okay. Anyway, alright. So, wrestling. Wow. Alright, so last time was able to post a video, nothing had really happened. But a couple weeks ago, somebody made a return. And I was marking out because Kane returned with the mask. Holy shit. That was totally that was so awesome. It was basically like an Ultimate Warrior moment. Like when Ultimate Warrior made his return at WrestleMania 8, it was definitely one of those moments that, everybody was like, oh. But hopefully this will be a lot better than the WrestleMania 8 Ultimate Warrior return. But yeah. So yeah, very very exciting. They kind of I think it catches everybody by surprise now that they're actually gonna do a program between Kane and Cena. I mean, they better make this damn good, and I hope they don't kill the Kane character in the process. Just for Cena to look good. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think if they were gonna do this, they should have did it earlier. I mean, or if they couldn't do it, they shouldn't have done it. They should have had him, go against somebody else to make somebody else look good. But I think it's too late. Like, I don't think they should have done this, but it's gonna end up, I think, making Cena look good, but Kane's gonna get buried in the process. So I don't know. I like it, but I don't like them doing this because that it's gonna have to end up with Cena probably winning the whole entire feud. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe this will be like kind of a weird storyline, and maybe crazily, maybe they'll have Cena turn heel here. But I really doubt they're gonna do something like that. It's probably gonna end up being Kane burying Cena, burying Cena, burying Cena, and then he's probably gonna come back and attitude adjustment, AA, freaking Kane, everything like that. He's gonna get big, babyface reaction because of it. But I really do believe that uh, this is not good at all for the Kane character, and it's gonna end up screwing Kane over in the long run. See my new cat Oliver in the background. Fireball. Wait, where is it? Right there. Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah, I don't have anything that looks like orange and fur. That's my cat. Well, the family cat. No, I will not be making any wrestling reviews with him. I don't think he likes wrestling. Wow. Daniel Bryan winning the world championship? Seriously? Oh God. I don't know what is wrong with the WWE. I seriously think the writers are smoking crack now. I seriously do. There's no who. Why would you put the belt on Daniel Bryan? All right. So like I said, I don't watch SmackDown a lot, but I know what happens because I watch Off the Rope Show. I watch everybody's reviews. SmackDown because it didn't really seem logical to watch SmackDown. Really, I mean it never does because they just haven't been that great. They've just now been getting good. So now I want to watch it. Right before WrestleMania, of course. It's gonna start getting a little better. But wow, jeez, Daniel Bryan. I mean, I've never seen wrestling in this worse a shape, like, ever. This is horrible. I mean, even in like the 94, 93 era, around that area, it was still halfway decent in the main event scene, but this is ridiculous. I mean, this is almost the exact thing of, like, if they would have did this with, like, Barry Horowitz, like, back in the day. Oh, my God, ooh, he won Money in the Bank. They would not have put the fucking goddamn belt on Barry Horowitz going into WrestleMania. Why would they do that? It makes no sense at all. Or, a guy like the Brooklyn Brawler. It's exactly what they're doing. guy that has lost like repeatedly, and then they give him the Money in the Bank. He cashes in on the big show. So this is what I'm thinking. If they have him win now, what happened to make him win? They have to explain that. They have to explain what happened to make him start winning now. So there has to be some part in the storyline where if he continues to win now and he doesn't lose that belt for a while, what happened? You have to tell us that. Their storytelling is like, it's like a monkey in a cage. Like, you don't know what's going on. Like, they're like writing a story from afar and throwing it at the wall. Like, it's very, very weird. Like, the way they write stories and everything. And like, even TNA, like, they'll write stories that are kind of like crack monkeys too. But, at least theirs, like, at least halfway makes sense. But WWE's, like, they'll write a storyline out of nowhere. It's like, oh yeah, Dolph Ziggler's left Vicky Guerrero, and some other chick shows up, and Vicky never comes back on WWE TV. That's something that they would do. One week you just wouldn't see Vicky Guerrero and disappear, and some other girl would be there, and they wouldn't even explain where Vicky went. Like, I can see them doing that. It's just like retarded. They don't really sit there and think about that the wrestling fan is not that dumb. I mean, wrestling fans have got to be one of the smartest fans, like, ever. I mean, besides sports fans, but I mean, we're sport. Wrestling is sports, but not really. Anyway, we're like rabid. Wrestling fans are the most rabid fans besides sports fans because we will remember things. You can go back and ask a wrestling fan something that happened 15 years ago, and they're going to remember, either by watching it on VHS, DVD, whatever, or just by reading about it on the internet. We know what happened. We know what happened probably 30 years ago. It's just crazy. We may not remember it, but we know by history, by hearing it before. Stone Cold was in WCW, but he says, "I've never been in any organization besides the WWE." Liar, and we know this. Don't fucking tell us bullshit like that, because that's why they can't do that to the people who have watched wrestling for a long time. Or you're gonna kill that audience because it's stupid. I think I went on a rant now. I don't even know what the hell. Daniel Bryan, yeah, what the hell? I like the guy. I heard about this guy. I heard about this guy before he got to WWE, and a lot of people didn't think he was ever gonna make it to the WWE, and he made it. So it took him a long time, and finally made it. And now they're punching him in the nuts and throwing him into the main event scene. I mean, it's almost like if the first run of CM Punk would have been right before WrestleMania, he would have cashed it in, had the belt, and he would have went over big. We wouldn't have fucking believed it. And we wouldn't. It wouldn't have been feasible. I guarantee you, if we would have went back and they would have did the same thing with CM Punk, and they would have gave him the strap automatically, and he would have kept the belt for a longer period of time, I don't think it would have been believable. And looking back at it, I mean, now it's believable because he's had programs with some great superstars and legends and things like that. But hell no, we wouldn't have believed it, not at all. So this is, I think it's going to be one of those things that I understand what they're trying to do. Like, I think they're trying to say, like, every Money in the Bank winner is not going to win the World Championship. But they went in a different way where, okay, we'll give them the World Championship, but it's not going to mean anything. Because it means they may win the World Championship, but they're not going to hold it very long because it's only because they can sneak attack anybody. And if they end up putting the belt on Big Show going into WrestleMania, that would be horrible. That would be fucking horrible. I hope to God that Big Show just disappears until after WrestleMania, to be honest with you. Or, just, does a truce with Daniel Bryan and says that he's not going to face him as world champion because he doesn't feel like it's right or something like that. And then, maybe, somewhere after WrestleMania, if after Daniel Bryan loses the belt, hopefully, fucking thank God, he's got to drop the belt at Mania or before Mania. Please. Thank you. Please. I would love to see Daniel Bryan versus Big Show at WrestleMania, but don't make it for the World Heavyweight Championship, because that would be horrible. Don't do that. God, the biggest mistake I could see them making is to put Daniel Bryan in a World Championship spot in SmackDown. No. I don't care who you put there. Put Randy Orton as the World Champion. I do not want to see Daniel Bryan main event with the SmackDown Heavyweight Championship. That's what I'm going to call it. Going into WrestleMania. That would be horrible. Fucking horrible. This is the main thing that I'm pissed off about going forward into WrestleMania. Is that they gave Daniel Bryan a championship, and it's going to look really stupid. Mania is going to be one of the dumbest WrestleManias in the longest time. You know, there's some WrestleManias that I go back and I think they're so horrible lately, and I know there's been a lot that I haven't seen. I mean, I'll be frank, there's probably a lot of them I haven't seen lately, but there's a reason for that. It's because none of them has really gotten me into it. And the manias that I haven't seen, there's a lot of them lately that I haven't even seen at all. And, they probably are good, but, when I do watch wrestling, and I am up to date on watching wrestling, and Mania comes along, I'll take the one that had Umaga facing whatever, Donald Trump, blah, blah, that one, the one Donald Trump was involved with, I can't talk. The one Donald Trump was involved with, that one was sort of entertaining, but on paper, it did not make me want to buy the pay-per-view. I mean, I don't know who was on that pay-per-view, I forget. But all I know is they didn't do a very good job of wanting you to want to buy that pay-per-view. I believe that might have been the one with Mick Foley and Edge on it, and that ended up being a pretty good match, what I heard. Like I said, I haven't even seen that pay-per-view. And, I think they showed that on TV. But it did not, even when it was on TV, it did not make me want to watch the pay-per-view, because it didn't feel like it was going to be any good. Because they didn't promote it very well. They didn't make you get into it. That's what's missing from today's wrestling. Because they suck. The writers are horrible. They cannot make you get in the mood to want to see that pay-per-view. Back in the day when Warrior was wrestling, when Macho Man or like that, you knew that pay-per-view was going to be awesome. You knew it was. Because they would build it up good. They would get you excited on the programs. And hell, they didn't have Monday Night Raw back then. They had that primetime wrestling, but they didn't do that shit on there. They had jobber squashes on there. They hardly ever had anything that was worth anything to even watch, and everybody tuned in for it. That's the thing. But they had all their crap happen on Superstars on the weekends. They had on the Wrestling Challenge. That's where all this shit happened. Earthquake squashing Hogan. That happened on fucking Wrestling Challenge, I believe. Jake the Snake and Macho Man's. Their whole debacle that happened on Superstars, happened on Wrestling Challenge, all that stuff. On Saturday and Sunday, that's when it happened. They didn't have Monday Night Raw then. You got to start doing something. I mean, hell, if they're going to go back to doing, something like that, they need to have a show on, Saturday or Sunday, either late at night or something like that, to get the fans, into this shit. I mean, seriously, if they get this WWE channel and they really, really want to run with this sumbitch, they need to get better writers. They need to put out the money, get some of the writers get people that are wrestling fans to come in, and I'm not saying I want to do it, but I mean, people that know what the fuck they're doing. Shit, man, they can't write for crap. I mean, oh my god. I'm sorry I went on a rant about this, but this is horrible. I mean, basically, wrestling, it's pretty good lately. It's getting me into it. Kane, awesome. Raw. This week, beating the hell out of John Cena. That's the best part of Raw. It honestly was. Triple H spouting off about The Undertaker, blah, 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 blah. That's about it. TNA, starting to get me into TNA, so that's about it. This is the only thing I'm going to do today, really. I might do another part 2 to this, so see you in a few minutes, part 2.